I think that he should have won. Still,
It was Patrick that was forced to leave the fiance because she picked him in for this lineup, for this show. Is he ready?
He's ready.
Hi guys, welcome back with the EVLS Prague Pro 2025 complete lineup result of 29 contestants. This year in Prague Pro we have seen 6 new talents making their pro debuts and 3 athletes stepping into the men's open division for the first time. So let's dive into it. Piotr Volnik was out of the top 15, but he brought very decent and sharp package in his pro debut in EVLS Prague Pro. It was also a pro debut for 27 years old David Messiar from Czech Republic. He just turned pro this weekend in the amateur show of EVLS Prague Pro. All the way from Albania, Marcel Vanzelli also made his pro debut. He showcased very super sharp conditioning, his legs had very impressive separation, but overall he needs more mass. Paweł Kowalski from Poland was also out of the top 15. His waist is on wider side and he does not have very shapely look, but this time definitely he was much harder and sharper compared to his last year package. Paweł Koukal from Czech Republic made his pro debut with a very decent package. He was not the biggest guy on stage, but he brought very balanced look. And compared to Polish athlete Paweł Kowalski, he definitely had better shape. Kamin Brucha from Germany finished outside the top 15. He's not very structurally blessed, but he was in decent conditioning. Whereas during prejudging, he was losing control in his midsection again this time. Czech athlete Antonin Tema turned pro recently, and after British Grand Prix this was his second pro show. His quads looks outstanding, his conditioning was on point, but in the back he needs more thickness, more density there. We have another pro debut from Czech Republic, 25 years old Matej Vajg. He was at 242 pounds on stage. He just turned pro 1 week before in Hungary, and this was his first ever professional show. He has beautiful shape and aesthetics, and his front shots are incredible with phenomenal flow. Whereas in the back shots he needs improvements in his hamstrings from size standpoint, and also he had kind of blurry details there. But overall it was very impressive pro debut. Vilius Sosnovskis from Lithuania was out of top 15. So just like other 13 contestants, he was unable to compete in the finals on Sunday. Nico Del Bianchi, all the way from Slovenia, has made his professional debut in Prague Pro. If we talk about his shortcomings, so his back is not his strong body part. He did not show enough details there. But from front he looks amazing. He had fuller chest, very aesthetic look, and his posing routine was outstanding as well. We have new rising star from Germany, Georg Lukas Behringer. He made his pro debut in British Grand Prix with 12th place, and Prague Pro was his second pro show. His shoulders are main standout body part of his physique, and he also has very wide frame which kind of overpowers his lower half. From my standpoint, he needs more size in his legs. The Polish bodybuilder David Balsazek brought very conditioned package. Arguably he does not have very amazing shape and flow, but from front to back he was extremely sharp. His side chest and most muscular shots were outstanding with phenomenal details. Roman Degas from Germany had to settle outside the top 15. He has very round, very well built chest and shoulders, and he controlled his midsection very well throughout the entire prejudging. He undeniably had very flat midsection. So the youngest bodybuilder in the entire lineup of Prague Pro, 23 years old Maciej Nabagwa, could not crack top 15. He has made transition from classic to open division, and this time for his open debut he has brought at least 30 pounds of more mass, which is highly impressive, and honestly I was super impressed with the package he has brought this time. His conditioning was on point with cross striations, his side shots, his back shots were highly impressive with phenomenal well-built hamstrings. He's 182 centimeters tall with amazing shape and flow, and honestly I see great potential in 23 years old Polish athlete Maciej. I only see his legs from the front, kind of his shortcoming from size and shape standpoint, but overall it was an astonishing package. I personally don't understand why he was not even in the top 15. Honestly, I love the production of the show. This is one of the best European shows without the shadow of a doubt, but I always observed kind of biasness, favoritism towards some athletes, especially Czech bodybuilders. As you see, Pavel Biran was in the first call out in the top 6 during prejudging the first day of the show. Representing China, Derek Olara has finished taking 15th place out of 29 contestants. From my standpoint, his conditioning was impressive. He has amazing shape and structure, whereas he has some prominent shortcomings. He needs more improvements in the lats and also in the lower half. He has very peaky biceps, but his forearms looks very weak in my opinion. That being said, his potential is undeniable. Yaroslav Yanisek took 14th place in the contest. His waist is a little bit wider, but in almost every shot he showcased impressive muscle density, thickness and sharp details. Especially he has very well built chest and incredible fullness there. Carl Philbrick has finished taking 13th place in EVLS Prague Pro. This year he has added some decent amount of size, and conditioning wise he looked impressive as well. In the back shots he was lacking some muscle separation, and I think he needs more density there. Last year Matthias Holbeck was at 4th place in Prague Pro. This year he dropped down to the 12th place. I really like his aesthetically pleasing physique. He has very beautiful structure, very balanced and proportional. He was not the biggest guy on stage, but he brought very quality muscles with cross-striated chest and relatively small midsection. Size is not his strength, but his shape, aesthetics and incredible flow are. And his posing routine was very artistic, very outstanding. I really think he could have been much higher than just 12th place. Another German bodybuilder in the lineup, Dominik Voivod, has finished taking 11th place in the contest. Like Matthias Holbeck is also a classic physique bodybuilder, and this year he has made a transition into men's open bodybuilding. And he looks outstanding, not just from conditioning standpoint but also from size standpoint. I don't see any major weakness in his physique. He brought a great package. His posing routine was also very impressive, and I really like the most muscular shot. Czech athlete Josef Koveton has managed to crack top 10 in his homeland show Prague Pro. He's known for his very well-built deltoids and razor-sharp conditioning, and this time he brought again very shredded look with crazy striations on his chest. Although he has very visible Christmas tree and impressive details, but I think he needs more density and thickness there. The Polish rising star Damian Kufel has made transition from classic physique division, and this was his first men's open show. He has put on significant amount of size for his men's open debut, and he was in excellent conditioning as well. Maybe he needs little bit more size in his quads, but I think he does not have any major weakness. He is very shapely, very aesthetically pleasing, and with the right improvements, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the men's open bodybuilding. Probably he was not as sharp as vascular as Tim Budesheim and Pavel Biran, but his structure was more dominant with better shape and flow, and in the back shots he looked more complete, especially compared to Pavel Biran. During prejudging, the Czech athlete Pavel Biran was taking 6th place as he was in the first call out, but later on judges had him at 8th place. Pavel has impressive size, and this time his conditioning was on point as well. And in the front and side shots he looks outstanding, but he is not as impressive in the back shots. His back is the main limiting factor of his physique. That being said, 32 years old Pavel was very consistent this year. This was his 4th show of the year. 7th place finisher Tim Budesheim always brings very grainy hard look, very vascular and very sharp physique. He also looks very dense and thick in almost every shot with cross striations, and especially his most muscular shot is outstanding. Whereas his main shortcomings are probably his shape and structure, but in every other area he is right on point. Tim leaves no stone unturned to bring his best package on stage. There were 8 contestants from Czech Republic and Jan Turek brought one of his best looks on stage this time. He finished taking 6th place out of 29 contestants. I really like his side chest shot, he looks very complete, very strong in it, and also his upper half has phenomenal details, cross striations on his chest, whereas from the waist down I think his lower half could have better muscle separation, especially in the hamstrings area. But finishing at 6th place in a very deep lineup of 29 contestants is definitely a great result for Jan Turek. So the rising star all the way from Spain, Juan Prades Martinez, has finished taking 5th place in the contest. He brought absolutely an amazing package, especially in the front double bicep shot he looks phenomenal, with small waist, flailing lats and sweeping quads. Even he was giving tough time to Samson Dauda in the front double. Whereas from the back he also showcased impressive size, but he was looking very soft there. He did not have enough details and muscle separation there. Also his quad sweeps had some prominent size difference. He's still a work in progress, but his potential is undeniable.
It was Patrick that was forced to leave, but he left. Keon didn't leave Patrick. Patrick left Keon, a girlfriend, wife, fiance. Yeah, so she peeked him in for this lineup, for this show.
Is he ready?
He's ready. He's leaner than he was at the Olympia.
Fullness is great.
We're getting fuller by the seconds, by the hour. Yes.
So there was so much hype about Keon Pearson's open debut, but arguably he could not deliver the package fans were hoping for. Whereas I think it was still highly impressive package from Keon. But realistically he has kind of compact fatigue for the men's open division. And then his midsection is on the borderline, so he cannot really play the size game without sacrificing the center of his physique. And being slightly off on stage, I think it can really hurt his overall look. During prejudging he was losing to Spanish bodybuilder Juan, but in the finals he was slightly sharper, which led him to be in the top 4.
It's going to be very interesting with him and Criso.
Criso, he will beat Criso, I mean, 7 days a week. That's me saying it, yes. I double that, yeah. Yeah, no, it's not even close. I mean, yeah, Criso is taller, but his shape is, come on now.
The 4th place goes to Keon Pearson.
That's an impressive approach. Well, Michael Criso. He looked even better tonight. And remember how the internet counted him out? Yeah. And he did top 3.
So many fans and experts did not have Michal Krizo beating Keon Pearson. But this time he brought much improved package, his conditioning was on point. He made decent improvements in the glutes and hamstrings areas and his presentation was much better. His wide midsection is the main limiting factor of his physique. Other than that, he has very quality muscles. I don't see any funky shoulders or biceps. I think he has one of the best arms in the entire IFBB Pro League. And this time he really outsized Samson in some shots.
I think that he should have won, still.
But we never seen a Mr. Olympia lose after they obtained the title of Mr. Olympia. Never seen him lose like that.
All right.
So the former Mr. Olympia Samson Dauda had to settle for 2nd place this time. Since his 2024 Mr. Olympia win, we have not seen him winning any show. He was defeated by Derek Lunsford, Hadi Japan, Andrew Jack, and now this time Martin Fitzwater has also defeated him. Many fans were calling it as robbery with Samson, which I personally don't see it this way. In my opinion, this was very close fight between Samson and Martin, and Samson brought really improved look since Olympia, but it was definitely not the best Samson we have seen in Prague. His legs were really downsized and the size difference of his biceps were more prominent. And usually he's very strong in the front double bicep shot, but this time I had Martin edging him out. And I think during prejudging and also in the finals he could not maintain his peak, he started to fade. This time I personally had Martin beating Samson in the back charts. This was probably the all-time best package of Martin, and without being biased, I think this was a well-deserved victory. He was extremely sharp from front to back with cross striations, and he did not fade at all throughout the entire show. Obviously, Samson has superior structure, shape and aesthetics, whereas Martin has not only out-conditioned him, but he also had better balance from top to bottom in my opinion. Whereas Samson was looking very narrow in the back shots, and also his quads were extremely undersized. So hopefully Samson find the right formula for his physique to be a heavy hitter in the 2026 Mr. Olympia lineup. Whereas after this big win, Martin is definitely going to be one of the front runners in next year's Olympia. So that's all guys, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more updates.